Today's executive skill is flexibility. This one's near and dear to my heart because this is the one I struggle with the most. And I always have. So things like when schedules change or plans change, or they think they're going to be doing something and then something alters that, right? Like they're supposed to have a play date and their friend gets sick, or you're supposed to go to karate class in the evening and it gets canceled for some reason, COVID has certainly made us be all very much more flexible in our lives than before. But these changes can really throw a kid off and can lead to things like tantrums or just difficult behavior, right? So to understand that about your child and to know, oh, this person isn't very flexible, you can sort of adjust things around them. And I'm not saying don't change things on them, because it's part of life, right? We all have to learn how to get more flexible. And you can name it to them and say, oh gosh, this probably feels uncomfortable to you because flexibility is sometimes hard. And you can sympathize with it when they're doing it. And when they can do it successfully, when they can shift and go along with the flow of whatever the thing is, make a big deal out of it and say, oh my gosh, I know that was really hard for you and you handled it and you went through with it anyway, even though I know you had your mind set on doing something else. Another way to help eliminate some of those transition issues is to give them a lot of warning ahead of time. So like I keep using Legos, but if they're playing with their Legos and you need to get them to get ready for soccer practice, you could even set that timer, or you could set a timer on your phone or something and say, okay, kiddo, you got 5 more minutes to play with your Legos until we have to get ready for soccer. And what I like about the timer is they can see the red part going away, or the blue part, or whatever the color is, getting smaller and smaller. So they realize they have less and less time. The number doesn't always mean as much to especially younger kids. They can see that color dissipating as the time goes away. And they know, oh, I only have a few more minutes. And when I have kids like that in my class, I'll do lots of warnings. I'll say the 5-minute warning, and then I'll say a 3-minute warning. I'll say a 2-minute warning. I'll give a 30-second warning, because those are the kids who, when that bell goes off, they don't want to clean up. They're not ready to transition. They don't want to move to the next task because they're enjoying the current one they're doing. And so it's figuring out how to help support them with that flexibility. And you can even do that gentle reminder of, remember, if you can't get ready on time for soccer practice, I'm going to have to cut Legos short more next time so that we get more time to get ready. So we need this amount of time to be able to go play our soccer. And usually once they've sort of finished that activity, they can move on. But you might just need to give a lot of warning for that, because flexibility is tough. There's a great series, the Little Spot books, and there's one on flexibility, and the author has an analogy in it between being rigid like an oak tree, and when the wind blows, the oak tree might break because it's so rigid and strong, as opposed to a palm tree, which like literally will bend and move in the wind. And it's just super flexible. And so it talks about be like a palm tree. And so I have to remember that myself sometimes, because that is not always an easy one. But it's a good one it's a good skill for life. And it also plays into growth mindset, fixed versus a growth mindset. And we talk about that a lot at school. And really, that's a great thing to talk to your kids about being resilient and knowing that even when things are going to happen that might feel like a setback, you actually can grow and learn from it, and using it as that tool, as opposed to seeing it as just a failure. So anyway, flexibility, it's a good thing to encourage with the kids and help them with it. But again, like all the things, don't try not to like shame them or make them feel badly if it's hard for them. Just help support them with it, because it's a normal thing to feel frustrated by. Okay, thank you.